Live from the local station, this is Weather Authority Weekday.
Well, hey everyone, happy Tuesday. Meteorologist Chris Holtzman here, and we are tracking several things of interest in the weather. The first thing is a significant situation ongoing for Jamaica, where we do have a significant and catastrophic situation that is ongoing. That is Hurricane Melissa. Category 5 storm. In fact, look at the satellite, and there's the eye. So once that moves over land, we will officially have a landfall, which the Hurricane Center is expecting by the late morning, early afternoon time frame. And this is moving very slowly at only around 5 to 7 miles per hour. So you can practically run faster than this is moving. Winds are very strong as well, but this will likely make landfall over the western part of Jamaica. It's about 50 to 60 miles away. And the eye, you can see, starting to make that northeasterly turn. That's where you get the most strongest wind. That would be the eye wall. So something we'll be tracking this morning. Let me show you as well the latest information. Now, they are doing a special update at 10 with a position and speed update. But look at the winds, 180 miles per hour. Pressure is down to 896 millibars. In fact, that's almost tied, if not could beat, the strongest storm on record. That was Hurricane Wilma back in 2005 with a pressure below that, but it's very close. So this is a very strong storm. And
the update did just come in, Chris. Sorry
okay.
to interrupt
you.
So they're saying now maximum sustained winds 185 miles per hour. Still, the minimum pressure has moved down to 892 millibars. And the direction has not changed, still north-northeast at 7 miles per hour, 45 miles south-southeast of Negril.
Okay, yeah, so you heard it from Michelle, even a stronger system now with a wind of 185 miles per hour, and that pressure certainly challenging records, dropping continuously as the system continues to strengthen. So once, there it is as the latest advisory. So 185 mile per hour winds, pressure down to 892, movement of 7 miles per hour. And we are looking at this system not only impacting Jamaica, but eventually portions of Cuba into the Bahamas, and then eventually Bermuda. But a significant rainfall, significant wind, just certainly a catastrophic situation unfolding across Jamaica. And then this system will pick up in speed as it gets caught up with a front that will be moving across our area on Wednesday, helping to steer that system away from our area. Let me show you locally, because we are tracking some hazards locally here. We do have a coastal flood advisory in effect until the 30th, so that is Thursday, and that is due to the potential for coastal flooding right along the St. Johns River. If your area typically is prone to flooding due to the rising tides each day, you certainly want to take note. Do not drive over roads covered in water. You do not know how deep that water actually is. Now, the good news, we're not seeing any rain. However, we do have drizzle around, and the radar beam, the drizzle is likely too low for the radar to pick up as the radar beam increases in height as you go away from the actual radar site, which is at the Jacksonville International Airport. So some of that lower level mist and drizzle is around, and that's allowing for some lower visibility. So use caution if you are heading out. You can see that there from 501 Riverside here. So look at the buildings. You can see the lower level clouds there, and that's simply known as fog. And some of that drizzle is ongoing. It's a bit chilly out there as well with the clouds and a northerly wind. Temperature right now is 60 degrees, and it feels like 60. Humidity is down as we have that northerly wind. And remember, yesterday we had generally a southerly flow, and that's why it felt so sticky out there yesterday. Now our wind, there it is right there, a bit breezy around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Temperatures as a result, we are in the 50s and 60s, 57 in Waycross. How about that? Brunswick, you're up to 59, 61 in Mayport, 64 in St. Augustine. So for our day today, we're keeping clouds around for most of the day. We'll eventually get some sunshine, but courtesy of that northerly wind, clouds will tend to be really abundant today or widespread, with temperatures in the 70s by the afternoon. Some of that breakage of the clouds you can see on Futurecast, and then into the day on Wednesday. Starting out the day dry, and will stay dry throughout the day with morning temperatures. Look at that, Waycross, 49 degrees, 52 in Brunswick. You can see 50s in McClinney as well as Jacksonville there at the airport. 67 though in St. Augustine, so closer to the water, you're getting some of those warmer temperatures. And then into the day tomorrow, we are looking at temperatures up into the 70s. So it is certainly a warmer day, a comfortable day, but still, at least we're looking at some sunshine later in the day. Starting out the day with clouds and then sunshine returns. And see that line moving through? We do have a weather story online. You might want to check that out because that's the front that is helping to steer Melissa. Now, there could be a very small chance of an isolated shower, but with some of the drier air we have in place, not terribly widespread, but that front crosses late Wednesday, and that ushers in some chilly air just in time for Halloween and into the upcoming weekend. So there's that front, which will tend to fall apart, at least in terms of the rainfall. But again, notice behind that front, we have a northwesterly wind. You can see those streams coming in from the northwest, and that brings in some chillier air from the north. And that's really our first real strong cold front. Look at our temperature forecast. All of that cold air, you guessed it, is coming in from Canada. Look at the way the lines are moving. And as we head into the day on Thursday, so notice late Wednesday into Thursday, some of that chillier air moving in behind the front. And then that continues into Halloween with high temperatures by Thursday and Friday, generally in the 60s. So yeah, chilly air, and then morning temperatures will be in the 40s each day. So certainly want to bundle up, especially as you're heading out to trick or treat for Halloween, with temperatures generally into the 60s and 70s. So we are looking at, once again, several things across our area today. We are tracking Melissa well to our south, and then we are looking at, again, the potential impacts from this front later this week. Of course, Michelle will be on at noon with the latest information on Melissa and the latest track, and we'll also have updates this afternoon and evening. Of course, you can get the latest information online as well. But for now, have a good rest of your Tuesday morning.
See why every day more people are choosing News4JAX, Northeast Florida and South Georgia's #1 source for local news.